Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Man-O-War Assault Squad 2 it is, back on one of my more favorite maps. Raptor versus Slildom. I suppose the more formal greetings will come when I'm doing like 1v1s, but obviously it's best to do 2, 3, and 4v4s in Man-O-War Assault Squad. More fun, more points to capture, and really more map options. 65 maps at this moment, by the way, in this game. And we'll get started as the Japanese versus the USA. If you enjoy it, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend. We'll get started here. It's a little bit of a lag at the start, but this game's really been in its stability and its performance, and so all of the promises that they've given, they've been delivering on. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it's the perfect game for me. So, anyway, we'll get started here. Again, one of the more favorite maps that I've played it time and time and time again. It's really a fun 1v1. And we'll see what our enemy has to offer us. So, good standard, I guess, mode of attack that I've got. Kind of a method of the madness. He's brought his infantry to the middle. I wonder where our machine gunner went. Really laggy at this moment. And we brought our machine gun to the right. I would prefer to have that in the middle, but just slice everybody up ASAP. My method at the start is to capture all the flags I can, so that way I can try to push in at the start to put some pressure on them. Wow, this is absolutely horrible. This definitely doesn't have to do with see, because of the lag you can't even see when people are moving. That's unacceptable. What are you gonna do? Just nade everybody? Look at his grenader's just standing there. I'm not falling for that. Nice try. But because of that, we'll now punish him. Damn it. Those hand bombs are more explosive than I thought. That's alright, we'll take back the center in just a minute. I forgot the hand bombs are kind of like they're more like AT grenades. I wanted to knock down that wall too, but of course more explosive against infantry than it is anything else. Nice thing is, though, the Americans don't have a good early AT. So we'll be taking that back to the center in just a second. Spank the flank. Good, got that AT grenade as he was throwing it too. Difficult to do, but pays off if you can do it. There we go. Alright, we'll focus on the right side now. Oh good, he's got his own tank coming up. Perfect. Now that vehicle he brought up is mighty expensive compared to what we've got, so he's going to have hashtag regrets for that. Alright, he's back to cap in the middle, so we'll leave the left side alone then, for now. Get a good hull destroy on that, you don't want him using that. Wow, troops survived a direct hit. Interesting. Now, the Japanese do have a crazy good AT rifle. It's really neat because it's semi-automatic. and it just fires and fires and fires. Alright, so we should have the right side captured in just a moment. I suppose we can harass him on the left. Get rid of his cover at least. And these things used to reload a lot faster, I swear. No, they probably didn't, but you've got to be quick when you're with the Japanese. You can't really stay still for too long before you get moving. AT gun brought into the middle. I'm actually surprised he missed that. That thing reloaded too fast. That's about as fast as our thing should be reloading. Stay out of range of that AT gun. Now what we'll do to make this useless is rather than blowing up, we'll just take all the things out of it. So good luck with that. We didn't really have a grenade and didn't really have the time to waste there, so. We're making him dance at this light level. We're killing all of his AT like that. Now he's wondering why his gun isn't firing. So we can bring in regular riflemen all day or a day. Keep capping. Swarm the map with the infantry. I don't know what he's doing with that gun. But we gotta stop him. Tank's probably gonna pop out here in a second. Alright, trying to run over everything. I know I might be killing my own troops, but I gotta get cover out of the way so he can't use it. Wow, our own troops were actually able to throw nades for once. Here, tank, finally. This is where our AT will come into good use. Oh, come on. Why are you moving as a whole squad? That attracts way too much attention. Bear. Well, at least we stopped his main gun. Oh, and he's done. So that's it. Beat him via frustration, and we've all been beat by that before. However, we now have to fight against a new enemy, a new threat, the computer. So we'll finish that off, just so I can kind of have a full episode. Again, this is my favorite map, so, you know, I'm a little bit more skilled here. Also, Crossroads, I believe, also another favorite. So, no, you know, no hard feelings to him, but no, you know, I completely understand where he's coming from. If you can't get it ahead in a certain point in the game, you're kind of done if you can't cap. As you see, I had all 3 flags. He just brought out a big tank. I have infantry everywhere. This is what's interesting about the Japanese, is that they're very light and they bring the fight with things like this. You know, I was able to call out 3 tanks. He called out, what, the Greyhound and then that tank, and that was it. Meanwhile, we brought out the Keanu Reeves and that other Hago that we lost earlier. And I mean, you know, it's a pretty, I played pretty sloppily too. However, you know, I'm not the one to be able to do Rambo infantry where you can take one dude with his SMG and haul him in behind enemy lines. This map, by the way, is a lot smaller than you'd think. if you kind of think about it, if you called out a tank back at your spawn zone here, and they called out a tank, if they moved up slightly, if this factory didn't exist, they'd almost be able to engage each other right away. So this is a high micro and high infantry focused map. However, the tanks that go down the flanks could definitely turn the tide of battle. I've fought on this map plenty of times with KV-2s and Tigers, so it all comes down to things like that. So anyway, so it was good. By the way, I've tried to record here a few previous times in game. I don't know, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if this actually crashed now, but there was a lot of time where I hadn't been able to play as much as I'd wanted to just due to crashing, but they've seemed to have sorted it out. It does have in-game Bandicam, which I actually use an external version of it, thanks to Boogie of the Rat Pack, and of his own recording, I suppose, as well. To donating that so long ago, and that got started on this whole thing. So this is back to my roots, baby. This is what I used to do, just playing on this map all the time. There's now over 65 maps, but back then people would only want to play on 1 or 2 of them. And so there you go. Actually, I want to go back to this AT Rifleman. This is the Japanese AT. This thing is incredible. This thing can fire how many rounds semi-auto? Well, I guess we'll have to count once we shoot. But let's target this barrel. Let's see how many rounds we... Oh, it's 7. 7 rounds on that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. I mean, that's a beast right there. This thing right here is basically a walking AT gun. Here you have the 47mm. That's the smallest caliber they have for the Japanese. But I believe this gun... The Type 97, geez, I don't even know. That could be a 50 cal. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. It's scary as hell. It's got to be bigger than a 50 cal. You guys can do the research on that, but it definitely is nothing to be trifled with. Look at that. It went right through that armor on that first shot there. You saw it go right through and penetrate those boxes behind. That's where the armor is lightest, right there at the bottom. You see it going right through, hitting barrels behind there. Now imagine if he was to miss or just to crew a gun. You know, with 3 extra shots, you could boom, kill the driver, track it, and then turret it as well. So that could be a bad day for that enemy tank. So that's it for now. Good job to Sluderm or Siloderm. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, good game. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.